Dans cette vidéo, l'interview entre le prêtre, moi, et Jésus, Jonathan Roumie. Et juste un petit peu, parce que c'est une interview qui a beaucoup de valeur à mes yeux, j'explique un tout petit peu le contexte. Ça, c'est dans le cadre de The Chosen. Vous savez que moi, je suis un fan de la série. Si jamais vous voulez la voir, vous allez sur le site. Elle est disponible gratuit, c'est simple. En ce moment, c'est la meilleure série sur Jésus et ses apôtres. Et comme je faisais pas mal d'analyses, de critiques des épisodes, et ben The Chosen France a été sympa. Ils m'ont invité à l'avant-première à Londres pour la saison 4 qui va sortir en France pour Pâques. Alors moi, c'est un monde. Moi, le petit moine, avec voir l'ambiance paillettes, champagne, tapis rouge, etc. Ça me faisait à la fois rêver de rire et puis ça me dépaysait bien. Et donc là, il y avait Jonathan Roumie. Alors, que j'ai pu interviewer. Et Jonathan Roumie, quand même, pour vous dire à mes yeux, c'est pas seulement un acteur, c'est aussi un chrétien. Jonathan Roumie, pour vous camper le personnage, il n'avait pas d'argent, il était complètement fauché. Il lui restait juste de quoi se payer un cappuccino. Il achète son cappuccino, il dit à Dieu, bah, ma vie est entre tes mains. Et la semaine suivante, il y avait The Chosen qui l'appelait pour lui proposer d'être Jésus dans la série. Alors évidemment, les miracles, c'est pas tout le temps, c'est pas partout, vous n'avez peut-être pas eu, vous en avez peut-être eu encore des plus beaux, mais celui-là a une certaine valeur à mes yeux. D'abord parce que c'est pour la série The Chosen, et puis ça vous montre que derrière cet acteur, il y a en fait un vrai chrétien qui a vraiment remis dans les mains de son sauveur et sa vie et son œuvre. Et je trouve ça beau. Du coup, tu likes et tu t'abonnes, et on y va.
Bonjour, c'est Jonathan Roumie. N'oubliez pas que la saison 4 de The Chosen arrive bientôt en France.
Les ténèbres, ce n'est pas l'absence de lumière. C'est plus incontrôlable et funeste.
First question.
Yes.
You're playing Jesus. Kind of difficult, perhaps, in at least in my head. Does it get more simpler or harder as time goes by?
I think in some ways it gets easier, and then in this season it was quite challenging because of the material and the nature of the storylines. But it's never easy. I think it gets a little simpler because I've been doing it for a few years now, but I never take any of it for granted.
How would you say playing this role impacted your life or the life of your beloved ones?
You know, I think it's changed my life in how much it's deepened my faith personally. I think it's done the same thing for my family and friends as well.
So,
wow, look at that.
I heard there was a story about it. Could you, in a simple way, tell us why do you wear those rings?
The skulls, for me, represent the medieval Catholic devotion called memento mori, which means remember that you will die. And essentially, it's just a meditation on death as a way to value one's life. So tomorrow is not a guarantee. So the question then becomes, what can we do today to be more holy, to be more like Jesus, to be more like the saints? That's why I wear these.
Thanks a lot. I'll take mine.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the life also.
Yeah.
Tu étais là, en train d'attendre. Parce que pour toi, la ténèbre n'est pas ténèbre. Du moins, pas tout le temps.
Which scene would you say in season 4 was the most challenging for you to play?
All of them. Season 4 was in many ways the most challenging season for everybody in the cast. I think for me, probably the scenes regarding Lazarus.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot there that was pretty heavy.
Lazare! Lève-toi et sors!
How would you describe the atmosphere during the filming of season 4? Do you feel there is some kind of pressure for you to get the story straight?
You know, I think we're not so concerned about getting the story right as we are just telling the story well, and bringing in the complexities of the journeys of the disciple and of Jesus as we get closer and closer to the crucifixion.
Ce chaos est infernal. Pourquoi personne n'arrive à contrôler ces gens? Ce qui vous est arrivé n'est rien à côté de ce qui vous attend.
I heard the story that to get to play into The Chosen, it was a hard time in your life. You were kind of broke, and then something happened, and you just found yourself in The Chosen. What was the message you would say to a teenager during that period of your life?
So yeah, you're referring to the time where I was really in a state of despair because I didn't know what God wanted from me. And then when I surrendered my will to God and allowed Him to take over and to show me where He wanted me to go, that's when The Chosen came into my life. And I would just say that to any young people that are struggling, that are not sure where they fit in or what they think they're supposed to do in their life, to just trust everything to Christ, to Jesus, to God, to give over as much as you can of your life and yourself and your will to figuring out what it is that God wants for your life, because ultimately He wants the best for you.
Do you have a funny souvenir, an anecdote which happened during the filming of the season 4 or during the show?
I think a lot of the times the fun for us as actors comes in between the scenes, especially if there's, if we've had a lot of heavy emotional scenes. When we can, I think just making each other laugh, that becomes vital for us to be able to get through the hard scenes, is to just be able to laugh in between scenes.
Tu souhaitais qu'il y ait un autre chemin, je m'en souviens. Et avec le recul, moi aussi. Je ne sais toujours pas pourquoi il doit en être ainsi. L'amertume se mêle souvent à la douceur.
Would you have some advice to give to a young teenager who were willing to play an actor in a movie?
I'd say for any people wanting to become an actor, to never compromise your faith, to compromise the things that are important to you, your beliefs, your morals. You know, there's always going to be another job, another opportunity. If there's a role, there's things that are inappropriate and you don't feel good doing them, then you shouldn't do them. You shouldn't take the role. There's always going to be another role. People are going to be making movies and TV shows for decades and generations to come. So it's more important to look after and care for your soul than it is to get a job.
What's your preferred scene during the whole show up to season 4?
I don't think I can answer that. There's so many scenes that I enjoyed filming.
Which scene do you relate to the most?
I think portraying Jesus' humanity, relating to scenes of pain and loss and suffering. I mean, any of the stuff that is truly human that He experiences, that we portray, that's the only thing I can relate to with Jesus, is humanity. So.
Tu nous as dit que toute ta vie serait marquée par ça. Homme de douleur. Habitué à la souffrance.
In 4 words, how would you describe season 4?
Tension, excitement, sorrow, redemption.
I mean, that's a hell of a teaser.
Yeah, it sure is.
Your biggest fans are in France, so come back.
I will, absolutely. L'amour vaincra.
Merci.